Hello and welcome to lesson 4 of your advanced preparatory keyboard tutor book. In this lesson we'll learn how to change voice in the middle of a piece, and we'll learn about what's called the dual voice button as well. We'll also learn about the D minor chord and also the A minor chord. Now some pieces ask you to change your voice in the middle of a piece, and depending on the model of your keyboard this can be approached in a number of ways, but I'm going to show you today how to do it using your right 1 and your right 2 buttons, which are on your keyboard. So if you look at the piece Realistic Reggae, you will notice that there's a vibraphone voice shown halfway through the piece. So what you have to do, you have to set your first voice in the right 1 button here. So it says here your steel drum, so I'll put the steel drum in. There it is, it's lighted, and then all I have to do is press the top button here and then press the right one, and that saves that in for us on that setting. Then the vibraphone should go in right 2 button here. So there's your vibraphone, plug it in, set it in like that. Then move on to setting up your normal voices and your rhythms on this side. So you've got your reggae that needs to go in here, and then 120 for your tempo, which is in. You press the synchro start, and then what you do halfway through the piece, you just switch from the right 1 to the right 2 with your finger. Now you have plenty of time to do it because you've got 8 counts to do that in, because it's like a tied note that you've got there. Okay. That's how you use the right 1, right 2, and put in an extra voice within a piece of music. So moving on to another stage in this, where you've got your right 1 and your right 2 button, because sometimes you might be asked to play 2 voices at the same time. So what you do, you set up the voices in the same way again. So you can see in this piece here, making big sounds, you've got the voice of a glockenspiel and strings. So in the right 1, I'll put the glockenspiel first. There it is. So I'll load that in, set it in. And then you've got your strings to be put in right 2. So I'll put those in there. Let's find a nice strings. Let's have bright strings. Okay, load that in button 2. So what you do to get 2 voices coming out at once, you press both buttons. And there you are, you've got both voices coming out at the same time. Now let's set the rhythm for this now, which is space epic. So I've got that in my move in show button. There it is. Tempo 120 is already in. Okay, put the intro on, and here's the performance. that's how you do two voices at the same time, by putting right 1 and right 2 in at the same time. Right, learning another couple of chords now. The first chord that we're going to learn is the D minor chord. A bit different to the D major, because the D major's got the F sharp in, the D minor hasn't got the F sharp in. So I'll just play an example of that. There it is, D minor. And then the other chord is your A minor, which is shown here. So you've got here getting the minor chord feeling, where you've got your reggae beat coming in again. So we'll just put that in, 140 for your tempo. And here's. Now I deliberately there didn't put on the autoplay chord to show you that you can still do the chords without the autoplay chord on, so that you can actually hear the sounds of the chords a little bit clearer. So if you want to do that, that's absolutely fine. Or you can put the autoplay chord on with it and play through with it as well, like this. Whenever you do these chord exercises, you can certainly do it without the autoplay chord as well, so that you can hear the chords a little bit clearer if you want to. Right, moving on to our last piece. Now this piece has in the new D minor chord and the new A minor chord, a very famous traditional song called Scarborough Fair. So you put in the flute to start with. Let's just put that in first. You go back to the conventional waltz that we've done plenty of times before. Tempo is 85. Put the intro on for this one. And here we go. And that completes lesson 4.